Hey everyone, welcome back to Installation 00. Today we take a little look at planet XF073, Zeta Doradus 4, or otherwise known as Onyx, and if it holds a few more secrets. Onyx was a planet-sized Forerunner megastructure located in the Zeta Doradus system, and formerly the external component of the shield installation designated Shield World 006. While it had a human habitable surface and a seemingly terrestrial crust, Onyx was internally composed of trillions of Onyx sentinels. The artificial planet's ultimate purpose was to guard the entrance to the Shield World, a Dyson sphere held in a miniature slipspace bubble. In the core of Onyx there was a large room referred to as the Core Room Antechamber. It contained a slipspace rift that would be opened for a short time after the halo array was put on standby mode, allowing evacuation to the micro Dyson sphere within, acting as an escape from the array's destructive firing. Although the planet itself was only 14,829 kilometers in diameter, the Dyson sphere habitat within the slipspace rift at its core was approximately 300 million kilometers in diameter. This was made possible because the Dyson sphere habitat was located wholly within a maintained slipspace bubble, which was only 23 centimeters in diameter in normal space, but due to the spatial manipulation applied therein, allowed a Dyson sphere as large as the entire orbital diameter of Earth fit within a space a little smaller than a basketball. This means that the inner Dyson sphere had a surface area of 255 quadrillion, 743 trillion, 338 billion, 823 million, 81,391 square kilometers, approximately 500 million times the surface of Earth. Further to this, the Shield World has a translocation grid, not only to other places within the Shield World, but to locations spread far and wide across the galaxy. Several larger slipspace portals on the interior of the structure were linked to major Forerunner worlds in order to facilitate their evacuation before the array fired. One such world was Kelikos, another led to the planet known as Macintosh in the same star system, which acted as the home port for a Forerunner warship of unknown design, while dozens of others linked to smaller colonies and facilities across the known galaxy. However, since the status of many of the facilities in the portals receiving ends is unknown, travelling through them was advised against by the Huragog. It was an intelligently designed system in that it would allow huge populations of Forerunners and other species to move instantly from across the galaxy to the Shield World, which has an immense area for inhabitation, to escape the effects of the firing of a halo array and as a safe haven from the flood. And that's where we change our direction. Are we to believe that after all of the measures put in place to save the populations of species across the galaxy, that not one single planet, city, or building full of Forerunners managed to get to one of the likely hundreds of portal destinations to the Shield World in the 300 years that the Forerunner Flood War was happening? That either speaks to how devastating the war with the Flood really was, or how completely and utterly useless the Forerunners were at crisis management. Not once did any Forerunner stand up and say, "Hey guys, we've got flood infections starting around the planet, let's all just hop on this translocation pad and zip over to Shield World 006. Come on, orderly lines now, walk calmly and quietly to the nearest exit." Was it seriously that bad that no one had the chance to leave for the Shield World? Were they seriously that dense to not think of leaving for the Shield World? Why didn't anyone use the Shield World? Well, what if they did? Think about it. The Shield World has a surface area of over 500 million Earths. We still occasionally find previously undiscovered tribes in the rainforest on Earth, and it's 500 million times smaller. The Shield World is massive. So massive, in fact, that sometime after the portal had been deactivated, the Huragok crew transitioned the Shield World back into normal space once they had been assured that there were no longer any threats to the shelter. In the process, the Shield World enveloped the 3 inner planets of the Zeta Doradus system, which now orbit inside of it. The Shield World would soon be returned to slipspace as a measure to protect against invasion, and when it did, The slip space bubble had the side effect of dragging along the orbiting planets with it. Imagine the orbit of Earth around the Sun and how far away we are from it. The shield world would literally be a sphere the diameter of the orbit of the Earth around the Sun. A single photon of light in 1 second moves far enough to completely circle the Earth 7.5 times. It takes light a little over 8 minutes to get from the Sun to Earth, but in the shield world it would take nearly 17 minutes for light to reach from one side of the shield world to the other. Humans and Sangheili have been constantly present on the shield world since it was first activated in 2552, and in the 8 years that have followed, some very interesting discoveries have been made, but so little of the shield world has actually ever even been explored, and it would likely take hundreds of years with tens of thousands of people to actually fully explore the shield world. So with that in mind, what if the Forerunners did get the chance to evacuate? What if they weren't so mind-numbingly stupid that they actually thought of evacuating and got to the translocation pads in time? Then there could well be Forerunner populations living inside that shield world right now. Maybe there was, but they all died over the 100,000 years that have passed between then and now. Not so, as the slip space bubble that the shield world exists within also changes the speed of the passage of time. It's got time dilation. When initially activated, several days passed for the human survivors in the sphere, while over 2 months elapsed in the surrounding universe. If this dilation extrapolates with larger passage of time, then realistically speaking, significantly less time could have passed in the shield world than in normal space, and Forerunners live significantly longer than humans do anyway. So, if they are there, why haven't they shown themselves? Well, the same could be argued for the Forerunner survivors after the firing of the Halo array, including the isodialite Born Stellar makes eternal lasting. In Born Stellar's case, and the Forerunners that he was with, he and the few other surviving Forerunners left the galaxy and chose to live a simple, basic, technologically free existence in a kind of self-exile from the galaxy that they had failed. Maybe the Forerunners within the shield world are doing just that, exiling themselves in shame from a galaxy existing without them. Or maybe they're doing exactly the opposite. Maybe they're watching carefully and choosing the ideal moment to return and forcibly take control of their empire once again. Thanks for watching. If you've got any thoughts on the survival of the Forerunners or the shield worlds, stick them in the comments section down below. I look forward to what you have to say. I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons: Nathan the Silent Cartographer, Miguel, Brian and Sebastian the Holders of the Mantle, Justin, Darren, Ty and Iron Griffin my Reclaimers, Zach Deep Cover, Verbal Statue, Spesigo and Charles my Metarchs, and all other patrons that have jumped aboard to support the channel. I literally cannot put it into words how much that means to me. It's incredible. If you like Halo lore discussed to insane levels of detail, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so you're told the second a new video hits the shelves. Be sure to support us on all major social media channels, including Discord, and if you really love the channel, consider heading over to Patreon and supporting the channel over there. It would mean the world to me and would free up more time for me to put into this content and other Halo-related goodness. Take it easy, everyone, and find peace in the domain. Or the shield world. Or a comfortable chair. Or whatever makes you comfortable. Yep.